8:44 exactly. We are now joined by Deputy Director and Lead Strategist of Afghanistan International Strategic Studies Center. That is you, Fahad Hussain. Salaam alaikum. Welcome to the program.
Walaikum salam, ma'am. Thanks for
Right.
inviting me.
Okay, we're hearing that hundreds upon hundreds of people are queuing for passports, obviously in freezing sub-zero temperatures in Afghanistan's capital. Uh,
Mhm.
because they are wanting to resume their travel plans. Most of these people are said to be wanting to go to Pakistan and other neighboring countries for medical aid, suggesting that the medical services in Afghanistan has broken down completely. There isn't an infrastructure worthy of mention. What are your thoughts on the situation?
Actually, the situation after U.S. evacuation and since the Taliban took over has been like this. The problem is not only about the healthcare system is completely broken down, but even like the people, especially like those who were running the businesses, those who were working in Afghanistan, especially artists, entertainers, and you can say even a lot of women journalists, they are largely in panic. And so far, uh, other than this, like no bank is functioning. So there is a limit when after the Taliban took over, there was only $200 a person can withdraw in a week. Now they have raised it up to $400. Currency is also depreciated a lot, and due to a partial you can say border closures with Pakistan and with Iran. So the trade is also being affected. So right now people are really in dire condition, not only just because of healthcare, even for a basic medicine, the people cannot get just for even the regular medicines like paracetamol, even for multivitamins are way in their supply. And regarding the food supply is also being affected just because of the trade entry restrictions and regulations from Pakistan. So that's the thing which actually is creating more, crisis in right now. And the winters are severe in Kabul. So people are really in, like they are in dire need just to meet the day-to-day necessities. So financially, in terms of healthcare, in terms of socially, everyone is just like quite affected.
Hmm. So they're queuing for travel documents, but we
Yeah.
have heard a little while ago that Pakistan's not going to be allowing more people from Afghanistan to come in, whether as
Mm-hmm.
refugees or just to come in to seek medical help, because they are saying that they are full to capacity. They can't take any more people, can't allow
Yeah.
people to come in. And I should imagine the same will be said for other people around, your other neighboring countries, because you're also going to
Mm-hmm.
have a lot of displaced or refugees, people wanting to leave Afghanistan for the very reasons that you have suggested. We're hearing about dire unemployment. We're hearing about discrimination against women and girl children. We're also
Mm-hmm.
hearing, well, girl children aren't even attending school. Um,
Yes.
and we're also hearing international aid agencies are saying that the food shortages are so dire that
Yeah.
they don't even think they're able to meet everybody's needs. Over and above of
Mm-hmm.
that, there's no money coming into Afghanistan. What
Mm-hmm.
is, the majority thinking around Taliban? Do you feel people are being felt let down by Taliban rule, or is there something that the masses could be doing to assist the Taliban in getting the country back onto its feet?
Mm-hmm. Actually, there are two reasons. Number one is the history of Taliban. People have already suffered during under their rule in when before the US intervention in Afghanistan. So they already are in panic and in shock. Like they doesn't want to be there in that dire condition, that those strict regulations and implementation of the judicial process which they want to impose on in the country. The second reason is until now, like why Taliban hasn't improved into the governance and administration is because of the seizing of the Afghan money. The previous Afghan government money and the assets which they're supposed to have an access has been frozen by the international community, which is accounting around $10 billion. And in recent summit in OIC, even during the emergency meeting, they have even declared that there has been an emergency for the food supply and the humanitarian crisis is being unfolding in Afghanistan. And before it takes a huge plan, it should be addressed immediately. So none of the funds are, you know, being given to any of the organizations which are on the ground and ready to operate, execute the plans in Afghanistan. The government, the administration of Taliban are not being able to pay the salaries to their, officers and even the fighters, those who are maintaining the security condition right now. So the situation is like in both ways. Public doesn't want to be under the Taliban rule, and they are not accepting it in whatever. Even if they are providing amnesty, they are trying to give them that they are still be tolerable and they have been changed a lot and have learned from their past mistake. But public doesn't want to trust. So there's a huge panic, especially in the cities, not in the rural heartland, but especially in the cities like Kabul and Kandahar or Mazar, especially those cities like in Jalalabad. And the third, which is the prime most concern, is the security concern, which is being led by terror operating groups like ISIS and others from across the border, from with which like Taliban has already been in fighting. So it's been everywhere, like from all the three sides, the public is being affected, and that's why the public, especially the people, those who are most affected, like the working class, the children, elderly, those who need the critical health care attention. So they basically want to evacuate. So that's why
Okay,
there is
so
a rush.
all right. Let's look at this situation. Let's look at other factors impacting on the people of Afghanistan. You indicated that the rural people have a different take on the
Mhm,
whole situation. Why are they viewing the situation differently? And
mhm,
also, I think the international community is aware of the fact that the United States will not release the Afghanistani people's money not till the
mhm,
Taliban agrees to rules and
mhm,
regulations and conditions as set
mhm,
down by the Western powers. So that's another issue there as well. Let's look at the rural people's take on the situation in Afghanistan. And do you think once the money is released that the Taliban will change in the way it
mhm,
is operating, and will they soften their stance in the
mhm.
way they are obviously ruling in Afghanistan?
We first of all have to understand the demographics in Afghanistan. Like, if you look into the progress being made and what is being lauded by the Western media under Hamid Karzai government and consecutively to Ashraf Ghani government, the corruption was rampant. And from the last 20 years, Afghanistan has never been, you know, made stable, and none of the institutions have been functional in that regard So once US evacuate, they can function independently and strengthenedly. The problem is all this 20 years of intervention has been fed and run by through donors, through donations, through aid. But none of the thing has been, institutionalized into the process through which Afghanistan can generate its own income. So the moment US evacuated, this falls into a extremely dire condition. The another thing is we have to understand the rural thing.
Okay,
The
can I
rural
just ask
population in
you,
Afghanistan.
Fahad, can I just ask you to please stand by for me? We need to take some ad breaks and I'll come back to you to continue this discussion if you don't mind.
Every 60 seconds, a silent pandemic claims the life of a child. Unsafe water is having a devastating global impact on health and livelihoods. Islamic Relief is at the forefront, providing clean and safe water to vulnerable communities around the world. Our tailored approach to sustainable water solutions enable families not just to survive, but to thrive, ensuring they stay healthy and safe. Give water, give life with Islamic Relief.
Looking to get your kick? Kiki's have now reopened on 235 Matthews Maiwa Road in Durban. Head on over for the Taste with Kick. We offer something scrumptious for everyone in the family. Wraps, chicken tikka, burgers, tender grills, mocktails, milkshakes, and so much more. Corporate and events catering available. Visit our social media pages for more info or call 031 209 0119. Kiki's, the Taste with Kick.
Reliable access to clean water could save thousands of lives each day. With proper sanitation and easy access to fresh, clean water, communities can flourish. Our Thirst Relief Appeal provides clean water to communities in Asia, Africa, and the Middle East by building deep wells and providing sustainable water and hygiene solutions. A monthly donation of as little as 700 Rand could build a well for a community in need. That's only 23 Rand a day. Donate today. www.pennyappeal.org.za or call 031 11 00 573. Penny Appeal. Small change, big difference.
Where in this dunya am I going to find a scarf to match my outfit? Only at Al Shazia, the scarf specialists. Enjoy a better shopping experience at our brand new premises. Bigger store, bigger ranges, best quality, excellent service, same friendly faces, ample parking. Al Shazia, now at 130 Brickfield Road, U&G Building, Overport, Durban. Grand opening on Friday, 17th December at 2 p.m. inshallah. Al Shazia, the scarf specialists.
These days, I'm more health conscious than ever. So tonight, it's stir fry for dinner, cooked in healthy Helios pure sunflower cooking oil. Helios is pure sunflower goodness, packed with omega-6. That's good for your heart and is approved as part of the Heart and Stroke Foundation eating plan. Dinner's ready! Helios, pure sunflower cooking oil. A healthy family is a happy one.
Shimmer, sparkle, captivate. Nothing less than a masterpiece. Droplets of gold inspires precious design. Platinum bursts with intricate freshness, and every pure diamond becomes more than just a girl's best friend. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, where timeless dreams become a reality. Come to us. We tailor-make designer gold, platinum, and diamond jewelry. Trade in or remodel your old gold. Clad yourself with classy name-branded watches. We offer insurance valuation and freezer card calculation. Visit us at 534 Ridge Road, Overport, or call 031 208 9142. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, manufacturers of fine gold and diamond jewelry.
It's a new beginning. It's a new era. Salam Media, humanitarian journalism.
29 exactly. Fahad, we have exactly 1 minute for you to wrap up before we end the interview to go for the news. So I'll just allow you to continue your train of thought. Go ahead, please.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. This actually, see, through all this 20 years of U.S. intervention and all those two consecutive governments of Hamid Karzai and Ashraf Ghani, corruption was rampant. And the Afghan government and all the institutions were surviving on the foreign donations and the aid which has been provided through U.S. and other allied countries and across the world. So the basic matter of the fact is that none of the institution in Afghanistan has never been, made independent and functional enough that once U.S. and other allied countries, when they evacuate, after the evacuation, they can just take control and they can have their own, functionality, their own process, and they can take over the control of the running of the country. So that's the entire system has already came crashing. And regarding Taliban, when it comes to the rural population, if you look into the Kandahar area and to the nearby bordering areas towards Pakistan and Iran, they are among the strongest group, and they have the very high following, and they basically have helped during all these years because there have been no, attention to their social needs of those rural populations. They don't have fever connections. They don't have the access to education. They don't even have the access to any of kind of the development which has been propounded in the media. So that population lacks the access. And there Taliban took and gained the popularity, and they helped those rural people. That's why they are still in support, and they have been, been a stronghold of the support for Taliban government.
Fahad, I'm sorry, we're going to have to leave it there till the next time. Shukran for your time. Salaamu alaikum to you.
Walaikum assalam.
1 after 9 o'clock, exactly in time for us to take the news from Tabile Duma.
Breaking stereotypes.